We're going to run through the archer routine for the subscapulars. Take a right step back. We're going to push off the ball of the foot and lengthen. Big chest tall, tracing up to the rib on the inhale. Exhale, hip hugger position right behind the trochanter. Let's repeat that 10 times. The goal is to raise the elbow, not the shoulder. In fact, every breath, your rib cage is kind of moving up in between your shoulder blades. The spine is getting longer, taking the rib cage with it. Inhale up to the base of the ribs. Exhale to the platter. Inhale, length. On the exhale, we maintain the length we just generated. Good. Next, we're going to serve the platter. Inhale, come back. Inhale, come back to length. Exhale, move. Trying to keep all that motion in the hips. So as maintains its stabilization of the lower spine, forcing isolated motion in the hips. Spirit tension here. Now we're going to the archer. So this is going to be the reverse archer to start because we're already in the hip hinge. Inhale, length. Wrap around. Draw the bow on the inhale. Exhale, back. Good. Let's come back up, big broad chest. Opening up the hip. Coming back. Fight for that balance. Let's do the other leg. So, pushing off, get that psoas engaged, ribs flaring, lengthen the spine. We're gonna inhale, trace up, exhale, platter. Inhale, trace up, exhale, platter. Also trying to get the elbows wide. That actually pushes the scapula wide as well. Good. Couple platter serves. Exhale. Inhale, come back. Exhale, serve. Inhale, come back. Do one more. Sphere tension. Reverse archer to start. So closing that right hip. And 5, your left hand driving forward. Come back up. Try to push your hands away from your mid-back, right at T7. Both driving away from each other. We're not losing height, we're driving up, gaining height, widening. Then archer from here. We're gonna open that hip. And then trace it back if you want to. If you're getting any clicking in your shoulder, bicep tendons moving around, the more you're able to keep that in the socket, it's not going to happen. First few, right there, I got a little pop. But if I really focus, keep that in the socket, especially as you're coming back. It'll help you out. Okay, let's repeat that. Back to the first archer. A couple more traces. Let's go a little higher. Maybe all the way up to the elbows. Inhale, lengthen, 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 lengthen. Trying to get those elbows really high. Try not to let the shoulders come up. Keep your neck really long. So we're going to serve. Now we'll do some rotations. Bring it up overhead. Big lat stretch. Trace down, switch sides. Give the barking dogs. Get that belly in, pretend you're Arnold, Mr. Olympian. Sucking in, expanding those ribs, side traces. Little side view here. Keep tracing. It's okay if you got some uneven ground like I got. A little hard to find balance, but the more you struggle, the better. The more you're gonna get out of this stuff. It's not about looking pretty, it's about shaking and finding yourself off balance. The more length you get in your spine, the more you're resisting, pushing the ground away, the more it's going to make you struggle with your balance. The more you shake, the more you're accomplishing. Let's rotate, so we're going to come from the hip hugger, hinge from the hips, rotate from the hips, and then from the hips upwards. It's like your whole body is driving up, fighting for length. Each inhale, lengthening, expanding. And that's for your attention behind your head, and then just put the guns away. Let's do one more archer on the left. Let's fight for 10 each side. So now we're just gonna almost extend more, about 50-50 weight. Broaden. And that hip's gonna control that motion. So splay your fingers. Good hip opener. Trace it back. Five more. Good. Should be getting some ache on your spinal muscles. Challenging the rotator cuff mainly here as well. Stretching those tight. Subscapularis muscles. Even here, where we hug our shoulder blades out to the side. A lot of external rotator activation in the rotator cuff, compressing in the socket. And then trying to teach your body to move that shoulder in the socket. Same with the hip. I almost have to think Tai Chi here as I really bring the hand back. Slowly moving that shoulder. Your foot's only turning out as much. Just allow it. Don't let it go too much. Mainly the hip, your back hip is opening. And you should get better. That bicep tendon shouldn't snap as much. It's right here, especially if you got a very tight subscapularis. It's gonna wanna pull, and the tendon snaps out to the side, and get that click, click. So after I've warmed up here, it's actually stopped, it's self-corrected. Do 5 more, this is my struggled side. Really had to fight to make it not pop at first. Your balance should definitely be fatigued, but just keep fighting. I don't know if you can see it, but like my whole body really tremors, shakes as we draw the bow back. Just tracing along the chest right to the armpit. And even going back is hard. Shake it off, do good, keep practicing. The more you do that, tougher it's gonna get. And you'll really make a lot of good shoulder correction changes.